What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to God Within the Process. This is a sit down talk that is based on building, creating, and setting a lifestyle on a solid ground of wisdom and motivation. We are here to love, live, and learn. And yes, my name is Shahata, and this is my channel. It's Shahata. I create faith-based content, self-care based content, vlogs, and motivation-based content. And if you like any of those, pretty please like, comment, and subscribe. So today we are speaking about fasting to get closer to God, and this is a part 2. So with all that said, and without further ado, let us get straight into the video. So before everything, I want us to go to Matthew 17 verses 20 and 21. It reads as follows. So Jesus said to them, because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. Thank you, God, for that beautiful word. So God says, with fasting, with prayer, there is nothing you cannot move. You can move mountains. You can move things in your life. You can fix relationships in your life. Only with the faith of a mustard seed. Only when you pray and fast. So let us talk about the purpose of fasting. Fasting in the Bible is not primarily about physical deprivation, but about spiritual discipline and seeking God's guidance or seeking change in circumstance. So any circumstance that you would want to change should only be related in the purpose of fasting. Let us get into the types of fasts. These are the types of fasts that are worldly related. These types of fasts were put in the world that are quite connected to the Bible. So we have a partial fast, a complete fast, and a juice fast. A partial fast is retaining from certain foods or meals. So when you decide to retain from meat, for instance, and you're telling yourself you will eat anything but meat, that is your partial fast. And a complete fast is when you abstain from all food, sometimes including water, for a period of time. So a complete fast is related to I won't eat food, I won't drink water for 2 weeks or a week. That is your complete fast. Now a juice fast is consuming only fruit and vegetables. Only juice related when you turn those fruits into juice. That is a juice fast. These fasts are mainly made when you have a reason. Maybe you want to lose weight, or you want to clean your body, you want to detox, then you use these types of fasting. Let us get into the biblical examples of fasting, which is a Jesus fast, Daniel's fast, and a corporate fast. So I'll get straight into those. A Jesus fast is when Jesus fasted for 40 days in the wilderness, as recorded in Matthew 4:2. So when you fast the Jesus fast, your main purpose is you are fasting for something you don't know. You are fasting for your future. Sometimes you can fast because you have an idea. Remember, Jesus had an idea. He had an idea what was to happen, but he wasn't sure what was going to happen. So his purpose for fasting was for the fact that he needed strength for what he was going to do. He didn't know then that he was going to have disciples. He was not aware or prepared over the fact that he was going to have disciples, he was going to change people's lives, but he was aware that there's something I'm about to do that God has led me to, that God is leading me towards. Now I have to prepare through fasting so that when it comes, it doesn't drain me. This is what you do in the world. When you want things, when you know you're looking for a job, or you are preparing, or you want to start a business, you have to do the Jesus fast, because it is the same fast that will help you and take you to the place that you want to go. Why? Because you'll be talking to God and you will be alone for 40 days. You will be by yourself with God, explaining to God what you want and what you like and how you wish everything should go. Remember, Jesus didn't know anything. You also don't know anything. You have an idea that you want to create a business. You have an idea you want to start a business. You have an idea you want to go to school. But are you prepared of these things that you are going to come across? Are you prepared of what God has for you in the future? Now you have to fast to prepare. You have to fast because you have an idea. That idea must be accompanied by the Jesus fast. Now we have Daniel's fast. Daniel fasted for 21 days as mentioned in Daniel 10:2-3. In those days, I, Daniel, was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant food, no meat or wine came into my mouth, nor did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled. So when Daniel fasted for 21 days, he had reasons. He was fasting for reason. He was fasting because he had a purpose. He knew what he wanted. Right. So when you fast for 21 days, there are things you have to sacrifice. There are things you have to sacrifice, worldly things. For instance, the complete fast is so related to Daniel's fast. When you decide not to do anything, not to eat, not to drink water for a certain period of time. But Daniel's fast is specifically 21 days, 3 weeks. So when you decide to fast for 3 weeks, there's something specifically that you know you love, you have to sacrifice so that you show to God, to show to the Lord that I want this to happen. I want to get a job. I want I want to be healthy. I want this and that. You know what you want and you know your reason for fasting. You can be fasting for marriage, you can be fasting for good friendship, you can be fasting for school, for anything that you decide to fast for, but you should have something to sacrifice and put aside so that you know what, I'm taking this away and I'm putting this aside and I'm choosing God for the next 3 weeks. This is the Daniel's fast. Now we have the corporate fast. The corporate fast include whole communities or churches fasting together. If you remember, Esther fasted with and for the community, and also Nehemiah fasted and told the community to fast. So the purpose is seeking God's favor. When you are fasting the corporate fast, you are seeking God's favor. For instance, a church can fast for God and to God as our community and praying for only one thing that the church wants. So it could be a certain period it could be a certain period. It could be related to 40 days, it could be related to 21 days, as long as it's a community based fast. So when you do this fast, God listens because it's heavy and it is filled with individual prayers, with church related prayers. It is filled with heaviness, and why would God not listen to that? Let us get into the how do we fast? How do we fast in today? How do we fast in this day, in this worldly day? Remember, fasting is always accompanied by prayer, as it is time to focus to God and seek His guidance. I know what I prefer when it comes to fasting. I know that there are certain things that I like. There are certain things that disturb me and make it hard for me to get closer to God. So I take those things and put them aside and focus on God for a certain period of time. I could literally be doing that for 1 week, 2 weeks, or even 21 days. I'll be doing the Daniel fast, knowing very well that I'm sacrificing something I love. So let's talk about other types of fast and how do we fast those fast. We have a social media fast. This is the day and age. People of today, we are always focused on our phones, on our laptops, and on our televisions. Why? Because we have Netflix, we have Disney, we have all these other platforms that are filling us with drama, attention. They want us to look at them, and we forget about the things that bring us closer to God, right? So you can put your social media down and tell yourself, no YouTube, no Instagram, no TikTok. That's what I do. When I know I've been far from God, I put all those things aside. So I'll be fasting for a day, days, even a week, or even uninstall the apps for as long as I can. Sometimes I just put it aside because I know I want to get closer to God. Then I'll be doing my night routine, my day routine properly up until I know that I have a proper routine. Then I can install back TikTok, I can install back Instagram, and literally watch YouTube in the best way possible. I can even go a month without TikTok, without it's Instagram, without watching YouTube. I can go a month because I know when I want to get closer to God, I fight, right? We also have the relationship fast where you are fasting a romantic relationship. It could be 3 months, it could be 2 years, 6 years, even 12 years. Sometimes people take that as singleness. Sometimes God is trying to communicate with you that put it inside and put it as and take it as a fast. And when you're done fasting, I'm going to give you everything that you want and wish for in a relationship. Sometimes it's not about you being single. It's God trying to bring you closer to him using singleness. That is a type and a way of fasting out of a relationship. We also have friendship. Sometimes God tells you to fast and stay away from your friends for like 3 weeks to get closer to him. Why? Because your friends are always associating groove, are always associating men, are always associating women. You are always related with the worldly things. Now God tells you to abstain and stay away from your friends for a certain period of time. There are also codependent relationships where God tells you to stay away from people and you don't want to stay away from them. So he uses fasting as a way of taking you out of that codependent relationship so that you can learn independency and learn to do things on your own before you can say you are including another partner. You can't depend on a partner for airtime. You need to do that for yourself. There are many other things that are related to our relationship. Sometimes you want to stay away from a family member who gives you a headache, and God gives you a certain time and tells you go to an Airbnb for 3 days and fast and stay away from those people. And when you come back, you will come back a different person, or go to another set of group, stay away from those people, and you will gain some energy. And when you come back, you won't have time to fight, you won't be spiritually fighting, you will just look at them. And the last one is a sexual fast. When you choose to abstain, it could be your type of fast with your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. When you guys decide to do a sexual fast, when you are removing each other from sex, which is related to the world. So when the world wants you guys to always stay together and always mix each other's emotions, you forget the fact that there's this person, there's God is around, God is surrounding you. So when you choose the worldly related things and you forget to pray in your prayer times, you choose sexual intercourse, when it's your spending time with God and you just want to worship and sing, you forget about that. You play a type of music that will lead you to bed. So that type of fast is a fast that you have to put inside your heart. Tell yourself you want to get closer to God, especially when you know that the devil is using that against you. Right? So that was all for today. Thank you very much for listening up until the end. Do not forget to love, live, and learn. So every day is a different, beautiful day that the Lord has made. So rejoice in it. Toodles.